Tonight, thousands of fans will pack the Moda Center for a live show that will be watched by wrestling fans all over the world.
WWE RAW returns to Portland, and our resident wrestling fanatic, Joe Bethiathil, is here with one of the stars of tonight's big show. Joe?
All rise, guys. Yes, we are joined right now by WWE superstar. Very excited about this. There's a buzz in the building because Damian Priest is in the house. How you doing, Damian?
I'm doing great.
Great. Monday Night RAW returning to the Moda Center tonight. Big show watched all over the world. Damian, I want to talk about you. You are, for people that don't know wrestling, you are one of the really rising stars. This year is the year where you really kind of reached that next level. You won the WWE World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania this year, which even people that have never watched wrestling in their lives, they've heard of WrestleMania. So what was that experience like? Because you're a guy who spent years getting to this point in your career, right?
Yeah, just you saying that out loud, it just sounds surreal. You know, it's one of those things that I'm just one of the fortunate ones that you have a dream, you set your goals, and then somehow you accomplish them, and there's no equivalent to that feeling of just positivity and gratefulness.
Look at that guy. That means all business right there. Now, again, it has been a crazy year. You started the year as a member of a group called the Judgment Day. And I'm going to be honest, Damian, you guys maybe, bended the rules a little bit here and there. Maybe didn't always give everybody a fair shake. You've branched out on your own now. Actually, you and your friend Rhea Ripley, you've broke away from the Judgment Day. And tonight, I understand you're going to be facing one of your old partners in crime, Dominic Mysterio. You're going to be facing him tonight live at the Moda Center. What is that going to be like?
It's one of those things that it's bittersweet, somebody who was like my little homie, that's my little brother. And then the betrayal happens, and now I have to square up against them, and it's kind of like, well, I got to hurt the little brother.
Yeah. And Damian, if you don't mind me asking, how big are you? How tall are you, Damian?
I'm 6'5".
6'5", all right. And your wrestling path, I think, is pretty fascinating. You grew up in Puerto Rico, correct?
Yes,
a good chunk of your childhood.
Rico, yes.
And that is where you really fell in love with professional wrestling and decided you wanted to make this your career, right? Tell us about when you decided that, hey, I want to do this.
Growing up, I was big into comics as well. So, the idea of superheroes and supervillains was always like so wild to me and so cool. And then I saw this crazy business, in WWE. And I was like, wait, these are live action superheroes and supervillains. Yeah. And the way I felt as a kid watching, the emotion I felt just through these superstars on the screen, I was like, I want to make people feel this way. I want to be that. This is what I have to do with my life.
But now, not just anybody can show up and start doing this. There is an athletic component to this. You actually are a legitimate karate champion, right? Your dad was a martial arts instructor. Talk to us about your martial arts background and how that prepared you to get into wrestling.
Yeah, so he owned martial arts schools. He trained in a traditional Japanese martial arts, and then, he's my dad, so then he coached me. At the time, I wanted that to be my future, but even UFC at the time wasn't as what it is today. Yeah. So I didn't think that was a goal, an achievable, successful, life. So what else do you do? As a childhood fan of wrestling, I just kind of transitioned from that form of fighting into this combat sport, and no regrets, man. Yeah, all right. So you can see Damian. He's going to be live at the Moda Center tonight. Doors open at, the show starts at 5 p.m. because, of course, it's live on the East Coast. So it's an early start time, which is great for me. It means I can get up and, go to the show tonight and then be back here at 3 in the morning to do this show. Lots of great stuff. CM Punk is returning, huge superstar. Damian against Dom Mysterio. I understand Braun Strowman versus Bronson Reed, which is like King Kong versus Godzilla in real life form there. So batten down the hatches. It's going to be a huge show. Damian, we're going to have a little bit more with you coming up a little bit later in the show, if you don't mind sticking around here. Let's do it, man.
All right, and I'm going to see if I can't teach him a few moves. As you guys know, I'm no stranger to the ring, and this young up-and-comer, I'm going to see if I can't teach a few things to this nice young man here.
I pick you up and spin you around, but I guess
he's he's recovering from an injury, so I don't want to I don't want to stress the man. But and also I got a bad case of the everythings. So but we're going to have more with Damian coming up in just a bit. Just don't hold your breath on the whole spinning the reporter around thing. I don't know if we can make that happen.
Hold my breath.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks so much. Thanks, Damian.
Let's get over to Andy now.
See, I wanted to be a superhero or a supervillain, but I didn't grow to be 6'5". Right. That's, I guess green beans, was that the key? Lots of green beans? Okay. Mom said, eat your green beans, and I just didn't do it. So anyway.